So one of the biggest barriers that B2B companies have when trying to grow with e-commerce or sell more online is that all their key data is in their ERP system, which is usually not designed for e-commerce. And then they have a separate disparate e-commerce platform, so they have to integrate these two systems. And these two systems are not, designed to be perfectly integrated. So I think there's 5 key things that you need to integrate to be successful. And obviously there's a lot of nuances around that, and there's potentially a lot more you can integrate with, but if you can get these 5 things down successfully, then I think you can be very successful with e-commerce for B2B. So number 1 is just customers. Obviously having a way to unify customers so that when someone places an order on e-commerce, it goes down to the ERP, or vice versa. Maybe someone that used to place offline wants to place online and they want to be able to log in. Having the customers be unified between the two systems is very important. Same thing with orders. So orders and customers kind of go hand in hand. So that, ideally, what we try and achieve is that not only can they see their e-commerce orders, but they could even see offline orders pulled up from the ERP system. So unifying the orders, so when they're placed on e-commerce, goes down to the ERP and potentially back up to the e-commerce if it's placed offline. And then the other one is pricing. That pricing is one of the most difficult ones that we've actually been able to achieve it in a lot of different ways. So you really want to be able to have like one system for pricing. Usually that's your ERP system. So then if the pricing is pulled up into the e-commerce, then you don't have to worry about having 2 different systems for pricing. You manage your pricing in the ERP, and e-commerce just displaying the pricing that you want to have. The other is shipping and fulfillment. So you might want to have shipment updates. So like when you ship something out, it'll go up to e-commerce from, the ERP is usually where you're going to be like shipping orders and fulfilling orders. And once that's done, the shipment will go to the e-commerce platform, and the customer will be alerted, hey, like my shipment's on its way. And the whole kind of like order fulfillment process is unified between e-commerce and the ERP. So not only is it good from your side of actually getting the orders to the customer is also aware of where the orders are in the fulfillment process. And then lastly, almost forgot to mention inventory and availability. So obviously, if the product's out of stock or the number of the inventory, like where it's at, is very important. You don't want to be selling something you don't have or not be aware of the inventory. So usually this is fairly simple in that product gets sold, the inventory needs to come off the inventory from the ERP system, and vice versa. Obviously, if things are sold offline, you need to make sure that it's being sent up to the e-commerce system so that you know what the inventory is on the e-commerce platform. So unifying inventory and availability between the two systems is important.